Ugh. Oh. Mother. Oh, you mother. Ugh. Okay, okay, yeah. I see this. I see this.
Yo,
Hey, man.
why are you so bad at this game?
I'll fucking find you, Cody, okay? I know where you live. I'm gonna fucking end you. I swear to God.
What happened to bro? It's weird.
Now, this is an older topic, but I want to scream a bit, so let's get into it. Video games cause violence, right? Wrong! God, I hate this debate. It is an older winded one that always seems to come back time and time again. The idiocy of the statement is definitely there, but also an iota of truth, which also kind of hurts. But where does this stem from, and why is it completely stupid?
You have chosen to defy peace. Then you have chosen war with a god.
Piece of shit fucking game did this to us. Mortal Kombat was the first instance of games being ultra-violent and gory. I do understand the worry since you are basically letting your kids go off to the arcade and decapitate an ice warrior as a person I'd let do anything to me. So obviously people worried, and as primarily America, since I'm not too sure about other countries' stances on this, had become more and more violent with things like gang violence, school shootings, and other sorts of crime and violence. So they turned to the new guy on the block. So they labeled games as the reason for these violent outbursts instead of other external factors like home life, the place they were in residence, or just the fact that kids are dicks. Now, was there any studies to back this up? Of course not. It was too early to put the blame on games since, hey, they were too new to be the sole cause. So many years later, about 25 to be exact, the topic got brought up again. This time with some gory games like Dead by Daylight and the still popular Mortal Kombat, and the popularization of shooters like Call of Duty and even some a bit more targeted towards kids like Fortnite. Now, studies were out, and a lot seemed to put the narrative out that it was the games doing this, and they were only a little bit true. Now, what were the actual arguments themselves? One of the big ones was how the rating system for games didn't indicate violence. Quoted from The Times, a professor at Iowa State University stated, "The rating system itself does not tell you whether it is healthy or unhealthy game. Any game that involves killing or harming another character in order to advance is likely to be teaching inappropriate lessons to whoever is playing it." And they are right, the system doesn't account for every action of violence in games, but it shouldn't have to. In Mario Kart, you have to throw bombs and knock racers off the map to slow them down. That is technically violence, yet the game is still an E for everyone. But what child would see this and say, yes, let's chuck a fucking turtle at the windshield? But at the same time, we don't have to jump the shark to prove that this is wrong fundamentally speaking. How about Kirby and the Forgotten Land? Obviously her humanoid thinks to progress, and it's everyone 10 and up, even though many would think it's E for everybody. Same for most Mario games, they are 10 and up. Fortnite is a big one at the time, and it was T for teens, and these are less realistic, so it should be obvious to a 10-year-old and up that these games are not real life and aren't something to be replicated. Dead by Daylight was a huge one for this debate, and is extra violent, but it's still a mature game in the 17 plus category, and the game doesn't even need to be realistic to be seen as too much for younger people. The Binding of Isaac. It has a lot of questionable, odd, and quite gory imagery, yet it's obviously not realistic in any way, but still is a 17 plus since it is still quite questionable. And so in every way, I feel like 9 times out of 10, the rating system is correct and correlates to the maturity needed to play the game. How about instead the ignorance point? We talk about something more local, like The House, where a bratty kid has gone mad and possibly hit their mom over a video game. We've all seen the clips after all. A kid attacks his mom for taking the game away. They start breaking things over it, and maybe even start throwing a fit. I still do this one today after all.
Killing me! Get the fuck out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft!
I really hate this argument for two reasons. The first one being you're right, it does happen and it is the screen's fault, but it's also yours. I'm fine and even support things like soft parenting. I would never want to hit any of my future children after all. But at the same time, when you put a controller in their hands and let them do it all day, you can't be upset when things go awry. Oh, and second point, it's not just the games. This can happen with tablets, phones, watching YouTube, like you are right now. Please subscribe, I beg of you. The problem is a screen is never the option if you want to calm down your kids. I think either don't allow them to have one of their own, or if they do, monitor and set clear boundaries. Because if you don't and you just start to, they'll get pissed. This point is right, the younger ones shouldn't be on games like that, but it isn't just a game or violent games issue, it's an issue with the screen. I'm not telling you how to parent, that's a tough ass job after all. I'm just saying you can't pin other things as the problem when you gave them that console. Now how about the common mesh between these two amazingly strong points? Violent games make younger children more violent. This one stems from how in those certain stages in life, we take in information a lot more to heart, which as we've seen can happen. But where's the goddamn correlation? The game itself doesn't matter since they could put Minecraft on and go on a hissy fit, which Minecraft is 10 and up so they shouldn't be playing it anyways. Which this one, since studies on large amounts of children are hard, hasn't been fully tested upon, so it's still kind of up in the fence. But let's say they play DBD and get a hangry to mori some people out of the trial for the thrill of it. You know what? I don't care anymore. I'll just say it as it is. You can't just act like it's video games when there is an ESRB rating telling you, hey, maybe my 9-year-old shouldn't be playing the murder game. But hey, since this is a quote-unquote video game problem, let's dive into that, because if you want to jump the shark, then I can as fucking well. I know a lot of people who let their kids watch horror movies, wonder if that'll give their kids some ideas on doing a ghost face later in life. You know, I have been watching Dexter, my dark pastor is really calling me. How about this artwork? I would just love to recreate it in real life. Diary of Anne Frank really makes me want to commit a hit. You know what? I think I should calm down a little bit. All these have ratings and things that say, hey, it isn't for younger people like children, but parents still say, fuck it. You can't jump straight to video games when there are so many other forms of entertainment that are also violent and can still meld your children's minds. Because yes, games are more hands-on, but you're still taking in the information with movies, books, art, any sort of media. You can take it to heart. So what is the truth in the statement that games cause violence? On a small scale, yes, a bad match can lead anyone to burst out and have a little rage moment. Most anytime my younger brother comes into my room after I lost my 5th comp game in Overwatch, I just want to wring his neck out. Okay, ooh, oh, no, no, no!
Hey Jack, I just got back home from school.
I'll kill you, it's all your fault. But that is small and will go away quickly. But of course the problem are the younger ones, and I'm sorry, but you can't be upset when you let a kid latch onto something, then you take it away. And the content itself is almost never the problem, and even if it is, there is a rating system that does tell you whether or not little Timmy should be playing it in the first place. But for extremists' sake that equate things like crimes, murders, and school shootings to it, I will say you're just being oblivious, plain and simple. You think Adama was created from him playing Mortal Kombat? No, it was about his upbringing, his home life, and things actually going on wrong that messed him up psychologically. Not because a naughty bear executed someone. Things like school bullying, cyberbullying, and shitty home life is why people throw away their lives in school shootings. Possibly they learned about guns from COD, but almost no game has you going into a school with a switch. My biggest complaint with this argument is there are genuine problems with society and how people are being raised nowadays. But people are too busy focusing on something that would hardly be the problem. Someone who does fucked up things will not say his biggest sway was losing in Siege. They'll say it was his family, area residents, or other things that left him feeling out. So on a very real note, stop trying to make the problem about games. They are almost never the problem and are taking time and attention away from real problems. Whew. That's done. Wait, I just realized, does me getting upset and violent about this whole topic as a gamer prove their point? Fuck. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, like I said earlier, subscribe. It means a lot. Sorry it's a bit of a shorter one. Just kind of wanted to do a bit more of a ranty video. And for my question for the comments, I'm curious, what is the tale of your biggest gaming crash out or violent moment? Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, see ya.